This is Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, Jones. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson.
Jones.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
Jones.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 7.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Jones now throwing again. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
He was taken.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the 50, Newton. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. They scored the most points. And now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point. I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Jones to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here, getting 3 points.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Anger in punt formation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Lockett. Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Derrick Henry. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Left side complete to Lockett. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's at the 40, past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down.
It's a gain of a yard. And that leads to a Washington first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Jamal Williams.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
A gain of 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Throwing, Jones. And able to find Graham, complete.
Another day, another
Touchdown,
baby.
Washington. Jimmy Graham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Washington 14. Cardinals 13.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the 7th-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Newton. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's Newton. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. To throw is Newton. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. Twisting away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
A gain of 12.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short, able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online and ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Harrison Butker is set.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Jones now throwing after the interception. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Jones to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again, Newton. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll move the chains. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Smith catches left side.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
A loss of 8 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But it's 3rd.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, Jones. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Gordon, 68 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little... And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st down, Washington.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Complete.
And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Cardinals 34, Washington 28.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 29, Newton going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35.
Oh, that's the way to run it.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead,
and intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
First down, Washington.
On first down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Jones on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
Newton's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 8.
Newton's going to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury, and they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. that's all. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
6 yards.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? 180? We got it. 35 is the mic. You remember me? Let's go. Great. 35, Mike 35.
Throwing here, Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. The 40, 20, 10.
Who wants some?
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Newton looking deep for Gabriel. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete. Intended for Taylor.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Scored Cardinals 50.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.